Hey, Common Sense TV, we're back again. Myself, Remy Rems, aka King Rems. We've got Clint.
Can I be King Clint then?
Oh, sorry, we got King Clint.
Cockney of like, I'll take that.
We got Young Jims, and we've got a very, very special guest today, Lara Valentine. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
We good.
How
We
you
really,
doing?
really happy
How
to
you
have you.
doing?
Was that your American
How you
twang in the
doing?
voice there?
Hold on a minute.
Sometimes it goes back and forth.
Hold on a minute. So what, I can't say hi to the camera?
We don't care
Who
about
are you?
Hi.
Who
How
are you
lot doing?
anyway?
You might not have met me before.
He didn't get enough attention growing up, so don't worry about that.
My name's Graham. How's things?
Fool. But what we're going to be talking about today is the topic of LGBT. Given the fact that it was just Pride Month, there's been lots of celebrations going on. There's been lots of standpoints from companies and organisations making people aware of the importance of being accepting to people's sexuality.
Can I play K-pop during this episode?
There was a march
My
yesterday,
man
wasn't
said,
there?
"Can I play K-pop?" I'm dead.
No?
No boom, bye, none of that. We can't do
That's
that.
not accepting, man.
No, we can't do that. But
Well
we're looking
gone.
at whether being LGBT is a choice. We're looking at the banner of LGBT and whether they should all be banded together in the way that they have. And also the grey area of bisexuality, which is going to be an interesting one.
Cool.
So I'm going to kick it off.
That's what the B stands for, isn't it?
Pardon?
That's what
Yeah,
the B
that's
stands for, right?
definitely what
Yeah,
B
the grey
stands for,
area.
yeah.
Why is it grey area then? Let's start there. Start in grey area.
Why is it a grey area?
Yeah, I think
Because
Lesbian's
Because-
lesbian, right? Lesbian's lesbian.
lesbian is lesbian, bi is bi.
No, the G stands for
Gay.
but gay is lesbian.
Wait, what?
Lesbians are gay.
Yeah, but some people don't like to be referred to as lesbian. Like, I don't like to be referred to as lesbian, but you can call me gay.
Seriously?
Yeah, the first time I said, hold on,
You don't-
sorry.
Wait, hang on a minute.
Lesbian, right?
You don't like to be referred to as a lesbian?
Nah.
Let me tell you, the first time I
So
met
L and G are the
Remy-
same thing, but they've been
Yeah,
separated.
First time I met
Pretty
Remy,
much.
I said, sorry, Remy, I apologize, but you're a lesbian, right? She balled her fist up like the Arthur meme, bro. She was like, what's going on?
It was not a wonderful time of day,
I was
bro.
like, raw, like,
Yeah,
I just asked
Arthur,
the question,
Arthur,
yeah, that's your last fucking question, bro. I'm like, alright,
Because
cool.
Remy's not female, so I guess.
What?
Wow.
Say?
Remy doesn't.
Wow.
Remy doesn't like being female. You don't.
Lara,
female.
Actually,
You
she's
seen
not
her
a
dick?
female.
Have you seen her
If
dick?
she's
I
gay.
think I did.
Hang on,
No.
sorry.
Oh.
Remy, is it gay or lesbian?
Have you?
We're not going to answer that question today.
Don't worry about that. Is it
I'm
gay or
not even
lesbian?
involved
I'm
in this
taking
line
that
of
as
questioning
No.
right here.
All right, cool.
Okay.
But I think you'd be the best person to answer because if you like the actual lot is LGBTQ.
There's LGBTQIAP, and there's also the additions of non-binary and
Sounds like a Michael Jackson song,
cisgender or
doesn't it? ABC.
C-gender,
Jesus.
which we can do a little glossary for you guys, and I'll give you the rundown of what each of them
All good.
specifically
But right
are.
now we're going to focus LGBT.
Yeah, right now we're going to focus on LGBT. So in terms of the grey area of bisexuality, and this is purely my opinion, it's in terms of what I've experienced, what I've seen, it's clout chasing. It's really flippant. You have artists like Jessie J, Rita Ora, they come out, they're bisexual, they endear themselves to that crowd.
Clout
They
chasing.
make
That's
it.
quite strong. to
Hold
say.
on,
Clout chasing.
they
I think
make
that's
it,
quite
and then
strong.
they come out as, I'm no longer bisexual. If you are truly bisexual, it's not a choice. If you are truly within the LGBT community, it's
What's
not
not a choice? You choose who you want to sleep with. That is your choice.
You
isn't
don't
it?
choose who you're sexually attracted to. I would
I
not
don't think you
choose.
choose who you're sexually attracted to, but the fact that you said clout chasing, I want to go back to the clout chasing one.
Explain to me the difference. Explain to me the difference between finding someone or how do you separate? I find that person sexually attractive, and then if you go and sleep with them, what's how you?
Let's do just one thing at a
That
time.
sounds rather confusing
Wait,
to
so
me.
Let's
are
ask-
you
let's
attracted
just-
are you attracted
just
to
say-
women? Are you attracted to women?
Am I attracted to women?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight. Yeah.
Was it a choice for you to be attracted to
I was just about to
women?
say that.
Is
'cause
it a
for
choice
me
for you to
personally,
be attracted to women?
There we go.
Me?
That's a good point.
What?
Is it a
Hold on.
choice?
Is it a
That
choice?
you're attracted to
Yeah,
women.
You don't
I
separate.
personally-
You don't
no.
separate the two.
No, hold on.
Is it a
You
choice?
said
No,
choice.
no,
No,
you said
wait.
no.
You
You
know
don't.
what?
Hang on a minute.
Did you choose
I'm
to be
answering
attracted
Jimmy.
to women?
You don't separate. There isn't. You don't go. That person's attractive. Dear woman, let me separate them, and then go. Do I find that woman attractive? Just to see what are you
No,
doing?
but yeah,
No,
like,
but
It's
do you
confusing.
choose-
Like
Did you choose to be attracted
Attracted
to
to women?
women?
you don't choose it. You are. It's not. a
There we
choice.
go.
Right,
So you
you
just
know,
you've
that's
answered
what
your
we're
question.
saying.
Oh.
Human nature,
This is kinda what
in
we're
human
saying.
nature,
You just
you're
answered your
absolutely
question.
right.
Yeah,
Hold on.
basically.
In human nature, you're absolutely right. A man is attracted to a woman attracted to a man.
Yeah. So
In social, in the social
you said,
construct.
is it a choice?
Wait,
Yes.
wait.
Hold on.
It's not a choice. You just are.
All right, that's exactly what
Okay.
this is
Hold
about.
Hold on.
This is what we're
Hold
talking
on.
about.
Wait. I don't want
This is
to.
a
Wait.
fair
Let's
point.
fizzle it down.
Literally.
But me personally, I've chosen to be straight. I don't think
chosen to
I'm
be
not taking
straight.
them. Yeah.
Make them
I
feel
don't.
like what?
I don't think there's a choice
Why
in
would
any
you
of this.
choose to be straight?
I feel like because And you know what? You can correct me here. I'm not
Have you
saying
had an
anything
experience
offensive.
where
Nah,
you were
nah,
in
nah,
a
nah, nah,
position
nah.
where you had to make a
a
choice?
choice, yeah.
That you had to make a choice.
You had a dick in
The
front
guy
of
and
you,
the
you had a
woman, and you
vagina.
decided,
I
ooh,
can be,
yeah,
like,
I'm going for the
alright,
woman.
cool. I've been in the gym. I'll go in there. There's a guy that's naked.
Okay.
I don't feel no. I'm asexual at that moment. I'm not feeling nothing. But at the same time, you at the time you were straight, right?
No, I've always been bi. Like, well, I say I'm not really bi now, but I
Alright,
started
cool.
out as bi.
You said bar was
Oh,
clat
you were-
chasing.
alright.
You
At
said
No,
bar was
one
I
clat
wasn't,
chasing.
At one
I
point,
wasn't
you liked
comfortable
guys.
being gay.
At one
So I thought that by kind of rationalizing that, but I deal with guys too. I wouldn't be as, because I grew up in quite a homophobic environment. So I kind of felt like, oh my God, if I at least deal with both, at least I wouldn't be complete black sheep.
Oh,
Maybe
so-
my family would accept
So
me
the
still.
bar was like transitional stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So at one
Okay.
point, you liked guys. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
I still like Ruben Loftus-Cheek actually, but that's a story for another day.
Oh,
one
is
point, you
it?
liked guys.
Where you at, Ruben? Where you at, Ruben?
So at that
Big
point,
nose balls along with your son.
You liked guys, but you also liked girls, as you said.
Yeah.
And now,
Girls are my favorite.
I would personally say you've chosen to only like girls.
No, I was
No,
never
do you
comfortable
know
with
what,
that.
yeah?
That's what I
Do you
think.
know what?
Let me-
you
do you
can
know
educate
what?
me. Please educate me.
I
I'm not
actually
trying to
read
be-
this in the LA Times, and I've got it here. There's a geneticist that did a study over 500,000 people and found there are actual genetic differences that influence sexual preference. There are a minimum of 5 genetic differences that influence sexual preference. They believe that there may be up to 25%, but I think as kind of science advances, we'll be able to determine that more.
But-
But looking at it from a wider scale,
Yeah.
right? 1 in 5 experience a hate crime. 78% experience trans or homophobic incidents. And if you think about it in terms of, there was a study done by the trade unions. I've got the facts here. 35% of LGBT women have experienced unwanted touching. 21% sexual assault. 1 in 8 LGBT women have experienced serious sexual assault or rape. You do not choose that life. You don't choose to be persecuted for who you love. 80% of people don't feel comfortable walking down the street through fear. Walking down the street, holding hands, or being openly expressive of the person they're with because through fear. You don't choose that life. You don't choose to be persecuted or disowned by your family because of the person that you love and that your heart desires. The easiest thing for me to do would be to get a husband. But I would not be happy. You have to follow what your soul's calling is.
Right, there's loads of women out here married that ain't happy, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Touche.
I feel like
Join the
the way
club.
I look at it, I don't want to make it seem like it's like a deficiency or anything. Yeah?
My man
I-
said a deficiency.
Not a
You got a vitamin D deficiency if you're lesbian. That's what she's trying to say. Damn.
I think it's not a choice, but
Shut
this is the way I look at it. I'm gonna give you my outlook. I feel like same way children are born with different deficiencies. Like some children may be born without good eyesight. They may be born without good hearing, and then you have children are born with different hormones. So I feel like as you grow older and your hormones develop, you start to figure out who you are, you start to figure out what you like, you start to figure out what you're attracted to, because as a young child you don't actually know. So when you grow older it starts to develop and you know. So I feel like it's not a choice, because like in certain countries that is just not like acceptable. Some people don't want to be gay but they can't help themselves.
I don't think
Exactly.
so. I don't think so.
You don't
Yeah.
think you don't think so?
In
No,
a lot
don't,
of
no,
African
no.
countries.
Why
a
would
lot
you?
of
Why
African
would you be?
themselves.
Why?
Clint, go ahead.
There's just a couple of things you said. Yeah. So look, yeah. If you have you said when you're young you don't know what you are.
Yeah.
So you're telling me if you were to leave a child isolated, that child will grow up and then I don't know. let's say-
They could be. I
One moment,
honestly
hang on,
do
let me just-
believe
This is
that.
a very small example. So if there was some way to bring up a guy and a girl separately, away from, if you just fed them food and water basically until they were in their 20s, are you telling me that person would come out that box neutral?
I think some people.
Or would the man look at a woman and be like, oh, that's a woman. We're never going to know.
That
Yeah, and
depends on the person
Yeah.
Yeah.
and what they are sexually
Genetically,
attracted
there
to.
are a
never
lot of
gonna-
predispositions.
Okay, but the way I see it,
You do think he just comes out and chooses? So if he was in that
Exactly.
box, you just come out and choose. Oh, I don't know if I want the man. I don't know if I want the woman.
Yeah.
You just know for yourself.
the reason why I
Laura,
say it is
let me ask you a question.
I don't think that works
I feel like you
in
know
the
'cause you have a
instance as children, and I don't think it works as an adult as well.
Why?
That whole example doesn't work. I believe that is to do with temptation, external temptation. Yeah. So, for example, I'm a creationist. I believe in God,
Okay.
Yeah.
Allah specifically, Islam. It's just God and Allah.
But you know, homosexuality and lesbianism predate religion, right?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, listen.
It doesn't.
Darling,
Whoa, hang on a
Darling.
second. Hang on. Before we go there, so God hasn't made you to destroy you, right? You have free will, so you choose if you're you choose whatever you do. That's
but you
how
don't
it is.
choose to be persecuted for who you love. If you, kind of, like, as Laura said, what
That
kind of
is the
deficiency
reaction to
do
your
you have to
decision.
have?
Hang on, and the reaction to your decision, I agree with that. People should be chased down the streets and beaten up about all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
you can't be killed for.
I
You can be,
get
you
it.
shouldn't be.
I get it, but you're gonna be subject to the rules in the society that you choose to live in, or that
Don't
you're.
choose to live
I
where
feel
you
like
live.
if
Oh,
someone
that's
is
okay.
gay and
Hang
they
on.
feel like they are attracted to the same sex, and they, because of their society and everything, they choose to
So,
do
like-
the norm.
Yeah.
They are lying to themselves.
Yes, they choose to suppress
Yeah,
that because of their
there's
environment.
people out now that are married and everything, but still go. Maybe
Yes,
sell
and they are lying.
alcohol.
Elton
to
John was
themselves.
married to a woman.
They are lying to themselves.
But at the same time, maybe Elton John in the celebrity culture, there's weird things like Liberace had a beard, and a beard is basically a man who is gay has a wife, but that wife is purely just to show his masculinity.
Is that why you got baby mums?
I didn't.
Listen,
Michael Barrymore had the same thing as well.
Michael
Yeah,
Barrymore.
yeah. Look,
but a
Is that
beard-
Michael Barrymore? That's the guy he was a presenter, right?
he was a presenter.
and
Yeah, he
yeah.
was a presenter.
And
Yeah.
this is around the time when it was socially, it wasn't cool to be gay.
I said it weird.
And that's why I feel like bisexuality in some degrees is clout chasing, because if you see, it's kind of like veganism.
I wouldn't
when
say
you see
clout
it's a
chasing.
trend,
I wouldn't say clout
You
chasing.
know what it is?
But
I wouldn't
then
say clout
what
chasing,
do
but
you-
agree
I
with
wouldn't
your point.
say. I wouldn't say clout chasing.
what do you define instances as like Rita Ora and Jessie J? then?
Like,
Yeah, but
okay,
you can't
let's
judge their
say-
intention. though.
Let's say me, for example. I'm gonna throw myself out there and say me.
Yeah.
I am attracted to men. I like women, but I'm also sexually attracted to women. I
Yeah.
like. I like.
That's
I like
temptation.
women. I can have like what do you call it? I can have relations with a woman, but I would not be with a woman.
Your time.
So
Yeah.
you'd experiment.
I'm not.
No,
That's
I
what
wouldn't
I'm
call it
saying.
experiment.
Well, that's what it is.
So then,
No,
if
because
you
I'm
can
just
be,
not attracted to women, I'm just not attracted.
but
to
if
women.
you can be intimate
What's
with a woman,
relations then?
if you can be intimate with a woman,
You said it so blatant.
Yeah. If I can
if you can be intimate with a woman
Yeah.
on a physical level,
Yeah. Why can't I be with them?
yeah, there's got to be some kind of connection, or you just out here buffing women.
I guess the
Is it the acceptance of the
male
family?
overpowers that. No.
What the male dominance, the
Yeah,
top.
I
toxic
can't live my life without the dick.
Come on.
She probably ain't she ain't dealt with no studs then.
I can't live my life without the dick.
You ain't dealt with no
So-
studs.
Oh, yeah. I
You
can't
don't
live
use
my
those,
life
you got kids.
without the dick.
Yeah, I don't use them.
You obviously haven't come across the right stud yet, but that's not for me.
Wow.
to be fair.
Okay, so this ain't blind date. But what I will say,
Dude.
I actually was going to challenge you.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you can see it now.
Okay.
But I read a article on BBC News.
That is derived from the article from the
No.
LA Times.
Exactly.
I've seen
And I
something
said-
that
hold on.
overpowers
They're saying it's a choice
that.
now, right? I saw
It
this as
says
well. I
There's
think.
no single gene
Nope.
associated
No.
with being gay.
Yeah.
No.
So I personally think... if
Basically
you-
saying it's a choice.
No, it's a cacophony of several different
What does
genetic.
cacophony
But
mean?
There's a few
500,000
loads.
people.
Loud loads.
500,000 people were tested. And out
Yeah.
of all of them, there's not one of them that had a gene that said, yo, listen, this gene's a
There you
bit...
go.
You see? That's my personal fit.
There were
But-
5 genetic markers identified. So what they're trying to say is there isn't one like, you know, like back in the day where they tried to say if you were a serial killer because you had like some issue in your frontal lobe. What they're trying to say is we haven't got a growth on our
That's why I
frontal
got this
lobe. Jesus Christ. There isn't a growth on our frontal lobe. In terms of the people they tested, the commonalities were 5 different genetic markers. So they're not narrowing it down to one, it's more than one. So
The
it's
point being what?
the point being that they have similar traits in terms of
I read
same
something that
sexual
said
Yeah,
behavior.
but,
But the
but what? Hang on a minute. Sorry,
X
sorry, hang on a
chromosome
second.
from the
Hang on.
mother,
What's
causes-
the point in all this? What are you trying to say?
not a
Are you trying to
choice.
say
It's not a choice.
that people are born gay? They're born
Yes,
homosexual.
But you don't.
That's what they're saying.
That's what you're saying. No.
Yeah, but you don't know as you
What's
go
your
older.
point? Now, what are you saying with all this information?
Same way you're a guy, yeah, and you're attracted to women. Obviously, when you was young, girls wasn't really
On your mind.
On your mind, girls wasn't really on
Yeah,
your mind.
PlayStation and football.
Straight up.
Girls
Them all
wasn't-
one and that.
girls were- when you grew up and you started going through puberty and stuff like that, you start understand how your body worked, and you started getting your erections from girls and stuff like that. That's when you knew that you were straight. You liked
You know a
girls.
lot about erections,
And it's
you know that.
She's bisexual. She
And
goes
it's-
both
She said
ways.
you can't live without
Bisexual.
the
She does not about erections.
That's
Go
what
on,
she
go on, keep
said.
going. Go on, keep going.
So the same way you just knew you was attracted
Exactly.
to women. It wasn't like, oh, okay, I pick you. I'm attracted to
It's
women.
not
I'm attracted to
Pokemon,
girls.
bro. You know
Okay, cool. Oh, cool. What about the people that are attracted to animals?
Whoa.
Yali, we ain't gonna hit that right
Yeah,
now.
but then at the
I'm
same
asking a
time,
question. No, wait.
Right.
What about people attracted to animals? So are you going to be like, oh yeah, well you're attracted to animal? Go ahead, marry the chicken. That's fine.
That one is. I don't
That's
know
left
what to
field.
say.
We're talking
That's
about
that
left
is
field.
so
That's
left.
not. You're saying.
you
That's
can't. You can't.
That's a
Okay,
mental
cool,
illness.
cool.
I don't care.
What about
I don't
people?
care. That's a mental
What
illness.
about
It's a
people?
mental
Because
illness.
to me, it sounds so far.
It's a mental illness.
Hold on.
What about people that are attracted to their siblings?
So what? That's very.
Yeah, that's
Caucasian.
I know what the word is, but it's weird.
It's-
I can't.
It's called incest.
Yeah, that's called incest. But I mean,
That's a mental.
Don't
Yeah,
stop
that's
it,
a
don't stop
mental.
it.
even if it's the brother that's attracted to the sister, he's still straight. And even if it's the
I'm asking
sister
you,
and sister
okay,
attracted to each other,
If one of your brothers,
yeah.
it doesn't have to be your own. If you see a brother comes to you for, or let's say it's a girl, for example, one of your female friends says she finds her brother physically attractive and she's thinking about making that step to approach him, are you going to advise her towards it?
We're not
away
friends
from it?
at that point. We're not
Yeah,
friends at that point.
Like, no, that's so weird. But
We're not
I
friends
mean,
at that point.
Definitely against it.
So
Okay,
what's the point you're trying to make
okay.
here?
So are you trying to say that we should
Why?
advise gay
Why?
people against their
Because
feelings and their
whoever you
attraction?
choose.
That's
It's
basically what he's saying, no?
It's not everything you find yourself attracted to is okay for you.
Wow.
Sorry. So what are you trying to say?
1 minute.
This is why gay people
Children
are
are young.
For...
Can I talk? Can I
Hold
say?
on,
You asked me a question. Let me answer.
Let him have it.
So children are young, they're impressionable. We all know that. And that's why now they've got geezers dressed up as women in schools, teaching them about being LGBT and LGBT
I
and
don't
being
agree with that.
transvestite.
Can I
I don't
correct
agree.
1 minute, 1
transvestites?
minute.
You can't say that.
I don't agree with
It's
that.
politically incorrect.
That's what they are. They're men just as women. They're trannies. That's what they are.
They're transsexuals.
Whatever you want to call them, we know what they are. That's what they're doing.
That's also
They're, in, they're allowing that in school to leave an impression on our youth. Not right. Yeah?
LGBT.
So
I
far as
don't
I'm
agree with
concerned.
that. I
Hang on
don't
a
agree
minute, hang on
with
a minute,
them
hang on a
throwing
minute.
it in
I'm
our
asking you a question.
faces. Okay.
I'm asking you a question. It'll shut me up for a moment, yeah? Question is this. What I'm saying is, and then a question afterwards, it's not everything, the statement is, it's not everything that you find yourself attracted to, you should go towards. And the guidelines for that are religion, so far as I'm concerned.
Go on.
Men are for women, women are for men. Anything outside of that. shouldn't be
Can I
happening.
ask you a question? then?
Agree,
Hold
but
on, give me a
people
minute,
can't
Lara.
help themselves with how they feel.
Lara,
and how,
hold on.
What they attract to. You can't
If you
help
can't help
yourself.
yourself, if you can't help yourself, yeah, some people can't help themselves drinking, smoking too much,
Let
doing
me
drugs,
ask you a
doing
question,
doing
Clint.
that, doing whatever. So are you saying because you can't help yourself, well, that's it, I'll do what I want?
Alright,
I feel
let
like
me-
that's lifestyle
hold on,
choices.
hold
So
on,
are you
Lara.
saying that being gay is a lifestyle choice?
Is it
Lara,
not? Is it not a
Lara.
lifestyle?
Give me a minute, give me a minute, give me a
Is it
minute.
not a lifestyle?
It is not a lifestyle choice.
Being gay is not a lifestyle.
It's
It's
not.
not-
A lifestyle
why
choice.
would you
No, it's not a
choose to be
lifestyle. Being
persecuted?
gay is a lifestyle. That's a wild statement. Being
Why
gay
would you
is a
choose?
lifestyle.
Is being gay not a lifestyle?
You're saying it like it's a hobby. You're
Imagine it's a
saying
hobby.
it like it's a
I didn't say it
hobby.
as a hobby.
It's not.
I'm saying if
What you
you're
said.
gay, you have to live your life a certain way. Yes or no?
Can I ask you a question, Clint? You reference religion, right? But there is instances of lesbianism and homosexuality in ancient Greek poetry. So Sappho and Alcman reference it. There's also
What is the year?
630 to 570 BC.
Right. So
So that's before Christ.
So what?
So when I'm asking,
means
when
that
is-
means that gay stuff was going on before the Bible, man.
yeah.
Before the Bible.
Yeah.
Before the Bible.
Okay. So look here.
So
means before
I'm-
religion.
Christ.
There's actually, hold on, there's actually, and I found this was amazing, there's actually a vase in the Tracciano National Museum that depicts a woman fingering another woman, dated from 520
Where's that?
BC.
So they had cartoon porn. That's
But
what
that's
it
what
is.
I'm
where's
saying
that?
to you.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, what?
So what?
So it predates-
Where's this?
No, it doesn't. No, look.
Where's this?
Yeah, well, my nigga, we ain't-
Sort me out.
sure.
So look here. Listen. Christ.
So this is before man like Jesus Jermaine Christ. So
You've got it slightly wrong.
How
Slightly
so?
wrong. I'll explain. Yeah. So, Isa alayhi salam, what we say is Jesus. Yeah. So Jesus came with a new message. That message was the New Testament. The people at the time were Jewish.
have you got years on this?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. So I know
Okay.
that you made a slight error. So
Okay.
I'll try to correct it for you.
Well, you're gonna have to
So what
talk to
happened-
these men on the website then, bruv, because this is
Of course, the
this is
website don't mean it's
research.
true. This is from the religion. This is part of my belief. I know about it. Let me
That's
skip
not
to
even
it.
a lie.
And people will say that religion is made up. So
Well, then it's all made up, innit? Let's just go home.
Okay,
Throw the
can
mics
we-
away and
can
go
we
home.
quickly move on to
Everything's
trans-
made
Can
up.
we quickly talk
Yeah.
about transgender? Let's
No,
talk
you
about-
can't. No, you
why
can't.
not?
I ain't finished
Why
yet.
not?
Hold on,
Why
hold on,
not?
hold on, hold on, hold on.
You did-
No. You've got a point. You've got a point. I still want to
No,
get
let
it.
him run, let him run, let him run, let him run.
Trans
Name
a
run.
whole
Jump to where
other
you
thing.
want.
yeah, that's a
because
whole
you
nother
want-
one.
Yeah.
That's a whole
He
nother
wasn't
one.
getting to the point. Yeah, come
Yeah.
here.
Now hold on.
Alright,
Right,
cool, finish.
So Jesus alayhi salam came with a message, yeah, and he.
Is that the
brought a
same
new
person or
test-
they two people?
Jesus and Isa are the same person.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I'll keep saying Jesus.
No, no, you can say. I just wanted to
Yeah.
be clear
All right, no stress.
because I don't know.
Let's hit it.
So Jesus alayhi salam came with basically the New Testament.
Okay.
But what the people at the time were already reading was the Jews already reading the Bible, yeah. So there's a story of Sodom and Gomorrah, and Sodom and Gomorrah is the first instance we have recorded of
homosexuality.
People were practicing their desires,
which is different to lesbianism.
And sorry, at that time, I'm sure it wasn't. At that time, actually, what I know, and I could be wrong.
What time is it?
That's the thing. It predates Jesus.
So what time is it?
I don't know, but it predates Jesus.
But then how do you know it predates Jesus if you don't know the time?
Because we know that the story of Sodom and Gomorrah was in the Old Testament, which is before Jesus.
Yeah. So what year was the Old Testament is what I'm asking you.
Well, we know, I don't know.
So then how can I tell you can tell me that it predates if you can't give me a date?
Because you're trying to say that this is the first instance. Okay, let's say we can't say. Let's say I can't say. I can only tell you as far back as I know. So what I know is that it was written in the Bible, Old Testament, and the story is of Sodom and Gomorrah. That's a place between Jordan and Israel. It's actually the Dead Sea. Okay. So what happened was the prophet at that time was Lot, and he went to his people and said, "Why do you leave men? Why do you leave women and chase men?" Basically. He kept on giving them, trying to advise them to the right way. They said, "No, we're not doing it." So him and all his followers left, and then the angel Gabriel came and got rid of him.
Does that does that sound like it? Does that actually make sense to you when you say that? Where did the angel come from?
The angel comes from heaven.
Okay, we're gonna leave that there.
Yeah.
Before you say anything on the transgender stuff, I just want to say that I don't think that LGBT and T should be grouped together, because for me, transsexual, transgender is clinical. It's medical. That is a choice of gender, not sexual preference.
I just wanted to. I was gonna get to my point.
Go ahead. Do you think?
Yeah, I want you to hit yours because I got a point on
transgender.
transgender.
Like for an example, if a young boy, he's a boy, and he starts acting like a girl from mad young, are you gonna say that it was his decision to be girly? He can't help himself.
Yeah, he's influenced by his surroundings, so you guide him the right way. You guide him the right way. That's it.
I think right is a bit. I think right. Allow me. Give me a minute. I think right is a bit strong, but at the same time, societal influences,
hormones, genes, all of that.
Societal influences play a big part in influencing our children, and I think from those young ages, they don't know who they are. They don't. One day they like porridge, the next day they don't.
So what? They have made that decision to now go.
No, I think those decisions should be given at a point when you are able to, when you're adult enough to understand what desires are, what hormones and emotions are.
So let me.
I'm not agreeing with the whole them actually doing the whole change thing. But when they now decide to get to when they get to the adult stage and they now decide to actually go through it and they just want to be a woman, they're adults.
Who? So the boys.
Sorry, give me a minute. So me being a dad, right?
Ways.
1 minute. Me being a parent, I've got 2 boys.
Yeah.
2 boys. My oldest, I've got my oldest who is a bit more effeminate. He's a bit more sensitive. You know what I mean? And I've got my youngest who's very rambunctious, very rough and tumble and all that other stuff. In this day and age, me looking at my son who's a bit more sensitive, he cries at the simplest shit and whatever. But people say to me, "Oh, that means he's going to grow up and he's going to be a woman." No, it means he's just.
But there are
sensitive.
parents who will perpetuate that and put them in pink. That's my point. Don't do that to kids. Don't make them self-identify before they're ready to.
Just give me a minute. I think that because I'm not on that, I'm still going to be more towards my son. I'm raising my son as a boy. I actually have to say that in this day and age because some people are raising their male children as females, which I'm not cool
They're
with.
also raising them as non-binary pronouns.
I don't fucking like that. You have a dick, so you're male. You have a vagina, so you're female.
Touche.
That's it.
You don't agree with what? You don't agree with what?
With what they're saying.
So you're telling me you're a man?
What do you mean?
You tell me what you are.
Wait, hold on, because I think we.
What do you identify as?
I agree.
You said what they're saying. We're saying.
I
So I don't like that because me as a parent, I'm gonna be raising my sons as boys. And then they're gonna grow to be men. Now, if they grow up and they say, "Listen, Dad, I'm gay," or "Listen, Dad, I'm trans," or whatever, I gotta deal with that. I'm gonna deal with that head on.
But when they're able to make the informed decision
my son is not going to come to me at 8 saying, "Dad, I'm a girl." Or he might. It will come to me and say, "Dad, I'm a girl," and then 10 minutes later he say, "Dad, I'm now a pirate.
I'm a fish.
Dad, I'm now a fucking spaceman."
Yeah.
That's how it goes. But when he's 18 and he knows the world and he has worldly knowledge and he comes to me and says, "Dad, I'm not going to lie, I felt like a girl forever."
Yeah.
I might have my own feelings, but it's I've got to deal with that head on. Or same thing if he's gay. I've got to deal with that head on.
But
But
I
I'm
think,
not looking at my 8-year-old and saying, "Oh, well, this is what it's got to be." Fuck all that, man.
and I think
I'm
that's
not
where
taking
I think
society's
the
view on it.
LGBT, the banner, we are pit together unfairly because it's kind of like we're Afro-Caribbean. Africans and Caribbeans' experiences are very different. We can't personally relate. So the L, the G, the B, and the T, we are very, very different. I think the transgender needs its own support system. It needs its own platform
'cause
because it's clinical, it's medical, it's psychological, it's a choice of gender. You are
Heavily
physically changing who
psychological.
you are.
Yeah.
Whereas
He's still gay.
we're just out. What?
He's still gay, mate.
Man, dash
I
that.
can't bust me on that. You lost me a little bit. Go ahead.
Right. If you're a man
Yeah.
and you want to be a woman,
Yeah.
that means you still like men, which means you're gay.
I agree with him on this.
But what if they've gone
There's
through
a
the
lot of
surgery
people.
and procedure of turning
Doesn't
their
matter what you
willy
go
inside
through,
out?
whether you've got a cock or
all
not,
the
yeah.
same society.
Whether you've got it between your legs still or not, if you're a man and you like men,
Yeah.
you're gay. So whether you're a man and you've got a vagina now, or you're a man and you've got a willy now and you like men, you're still gay.
But they
Not-
identify as a woman. Their birth
But
certificate is changed.
they can identify as a chicken. They're still gay. That's
You know what the thing is?
that's
I've
what
had-
it is.
I've had a
Yeah, but
conversation.
Let's not try and
give me a minute. But the
complicate
thing is,
it
right?
and
Was
that.
you born a Muslim?
No, I chose that.
Okay, cool. So if somebody was to be as ignorant as you are being right now, let's say
Ooh.
they would turn around
Put
and
those
say,
claws away.
"No, but they're like, you know I love you, you know I love you." They would turn around and say,
Well,
"Well,
no, you don't, because I'm straight.
huh?"
Well, you don't love me because I'm straight.
Platonic love, platonic love.
Bad joke. Bad
Bad
joke.
joke.
I love you like I love my dad. So that's not a lot,
Wow.
but
Yeah,
still
okay,
a little bit.
Call me
Oh,
Pappy.
that's wrong.
Oh,
No, don't go. Carry on. What you saying?
it's the point of, right? If somebody chose not to respect your choice, they say, "I'm not going to look at you as a Muslim because you weren't born one."
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, no,
Or
that's
even
not.
more so,
No,
it's
not.
like I'm not going to
No,
look
it's
at you.
not.
Or it's like saying
You
I'm not
can't.
going to look
You
at you.
can't say my choice in religion is my choice is the same level at which is what it feels like you're putting it on. You're putting me choosing my religion the same as me deciding that now I want a vagina and I want to get
It's
smashed
a
in by
belief
geezers.
system. Wait,
That
what?
ain't the
Sorry,
same.
wait, what did you
That's
say?
not the same. I want a vagina. I want to get smashed in by geezers. That's what these people want. Ultimately,
I really
it's
hope
a
we don't cut that
hypersexual-
little part out.
It's a
That was
hypersexualized.
wild.
It's a hypersexualized perversion. That's what it is.
Mm.
You're going to a point of I like men so much I'm prepared to become a woman, chop off
It's
what
not-
I have, create a vagina, and then let other men smash me in.
Right, let me
That's-
flip it.
And now we're trying to say that's normal.
Let me flip it. Let me
That's
flip
what you're
it.
saying.
Let me
You're
flip
saying
it.
if your dad comes to you
I'm
now
not
and
saying
says,
that.
"Oh,
I
that's
haven't
it.
said
I'm
anything.
going to chop it off," the elder men in our families that
Yeah.
we have love and respect and time for,
Yeah.
come to us and they say, "We want to chop off our private parts. We want to become women, and we want to marry other men and let them smash us." Are you telling
Clip.
me that's okay?
Clip.
That's a choice.
Hold on, give me a minute. Clip.
They can't have
It's
how
their
they feel,
choice.
but they-
Why is
they-
everyone? Hang a minute. Why are you all so scared to say that ain't right?
Clip.
No.
Hold on. Let me flip it.
It's not
Give me like
right.
a minute.
Yeah, I'm going to close now. I'm
Okay,
going to
do
close
your
right
thing, do
now.
your thing.
It's not right, but because you've got these socially correct, I've got to please everybody filter on our brains, you can't say it. And you know full well- I know full well if any man you've got love, time, respect for, came to you with that suggestion, you would be advising him, okay, it's his choice. Fact. It's his choice. You would not be going to, yeah, go on, crack on.
Let me bust you on something, right?
What do you want?
Clip.
What do you want?
Let me have a minute.
Yeah, silence is an answer.
Let me have a minute. Hold on. Let me have a minute. Let me have a
Nothing
minute.
to say now, because you know. Yeah, because you know.
Let
That's
me have a
why.
minute, right? It's not
Say it how it is.
when people change sexes, it's not mutually exclusive to who they desire sexually. It's who they are, who they feel they are. This is about perception as well. This is about how they feel they are. So if somebody says, okay, cool, I feel like I'm in the wrong body, they're not doing it because, say, for example, I'm a man who wants to be a woman so I can fuck men. No. They're doing it because I was born...
What, they haven't thought
Caitlyn
about
Jenner.
that?
Hold on.
They haven't
Caitlyn
thought
Jenner.
about that?
Hold on.
Are you telling me hang a minute? Are you telling me a guy sitting down, he's made a decision to get himself a vagina,
Clip,
and he's
clip.
not thinking about other men?
Let me flip something on you.
Come on.
No, listen.
Hang a minute. Don't bring up that topic and not let our minds go to the extremes of what's going to happen when this guy goes and gets a nip and tuck.
No,
That's
it
what's
is.
going to happen.
It is.
Remy,
That's
please,
what's gonna
I need to
happen.
jump in. Go
And
on,
you lot
Phil,
are
I need to
like,
jump in.
Make this point.
It's
Clip.
even a bubble. Like,
Go on,
And this
go on.
boggled me when I found out about it because I watched the documentary. There's this girl who went from this man who went from female to male
Female
to get a
to male.
boyfriend.
What?
To get a boyfriend. So she didn't do it to get a girlfriend. That boggled the fuck out of me as well. I can't lie. Somebody of the LGBT community, I love you, but I don't understand it. So it's not about them trying to find it acceptable to fuck opposite sex or the same sex.
No, I don't understand that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Let me say this,
No, I'm gonna say this right.
Give
I'm
us
gonna
That's
say
a
this.
minority. That's a
Yeah,
minority.
I'm gonna say this.
That's a
I think
minority, I
personally,
feel like
that
that's
might be a very,
specific-
very minority case.
portion.
And you
It's
know
more
what?
popular
If
than
it's
you
not,
realise.
then cool. All right, cool. Maybe I'm wrong, but my opinion on that is just don't get it.
Is that the man who was pregnant, who got the man who was
that ain't
pregnant
a man,
with a
remember
woman,
that?
but he
All
was
right,
a-
wait.
It's not
Let me
that.
hit my
Men
point.
men don't get pregnant, women do.
Clint, give me one point.
Jesus Christ.
If you remember, when I said it comes to my kids, and my son comes to me and says, "Dad, I feel like a girl, and I want to take the pills and I want to do everything," I said, regardless of my opinion, I have to deal with that. I never said, "Okay, son, well, this is what I'm gonna do," because for me, that makes zero sense. So you got to educate me, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna educate you right back, because I personally do not understand how you can sit here and look at me when I've looked at you from your
Certain age,
inception
yeah.
up
Yeah.
until you being 18 years of age, and then you come to me all of a sudden now and say, "Oh no, I'm actually a woman." You can't tell me that, and
Well, he
I
has.
don't.
You'd have to respect
No. You can't tell me that and expect me to take that on positively.
Mate, you ain't got a choice.
No, I have.
What
As
are you
his
gonna do
father, I
about
have.
it?
No. I'm not gonna.
In his
bear in
decision,
mind-
you ain't got a choice,
Bear
bro.
in mind, give me a minute. I'm not gonna disown my son. I'm not gonna chastise my son, but I'm definitely gonna have a very in-depth.
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna do that. But I'm gonna have a very in-depth conversation, because I want to know his workings from when he's realized that he's had very different feelings as opposed to myself when I educate him how I felt when he says it to me, and going forward from there.
But that's responsible parenting. Like I can
course.
fuck with that attitude.
Of course, but I'm still gonna have my own opinions regarding that.
Yeah, but you have the dexterity to be able to understand that it's wider than your opinion. That's why you're sitting down and having this
And
conversation.
that's for you. Sorry.
What I'm trying to say to Clint.
Yeah, now Clint, with my son being smashed in
By geezers.
by geezers,
That sounds a
I
bit.
personally ain't thinking that far. Wait. I ain't thinking that far, because I'm thinking about him having all that trauma of surgery and going under that. I'm scared for my son. Do you see what I mean? That's my main thing. After all that, then I can think about the carnal side of it. But the first thing is that you are really telling me that you're going to have the surgery to cut your penis off and you cannot get it back. I mean, you can get it back, reassignment
Not
surgery.
really, no.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not natural as what's given it to you. And then you're going to do other things, and you're going to take pills to make you feel more feminine. I don't get that, and I can't respect that, but I'm going to try to in a conversation. I'm not going to, listen, man, it's crazy.
It's not for you to get. It's just not for you to abuse or chastise. And what I didn't
course.
like about what you said, Clint, is intelligent as you are, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, the fact of the matter is you weren't born a Muslim. So if somebody turns and says to you, "I'm not going to look at you as such because you weren't born as such,"
Their
then
choice,
what
isn't
can
it?
you, exactly. So
If
if
someone doesn't
somebody,
want to look at me because of that, what's that got to do with it, though, Remy?
but they're not going to be out here saying, "Oh, it's wrong. It's not this. It's not that." The way you're addressing
There
this
are
is
people out
like
there that say that about
the
Islam.
way that you're
100%.
addressing it is. Give a consideration for this person. They've grown up in a body that they feel like has never belonged to them. They've
It's-
never been able to
it's
form
temptation.
relationships.
That's what it is.
How
Okay,
are
so
you
look.
tempted?
Okay, look. Brush it off. I tell you what. This is what I've learned. Yeah, and I know we've got to wrap it up. This is what I've learned. You see, if you totally write off a set of answers, yeah,
Okay.
you write off yourself from learning something different. Like you're giving me answers, I'm arguing it back, yeah, but I'm not like I can't write it off completely. Do you understand? For some reason, as soon as we touch on religion, you go psh, like that. You just switching off like that writes off these answers. The answer is, accept it or not, there's external temptation called the devil. It exists, and there's a shitload of them. Yeah, and whether you want to accept it or not,
You watch a lot of films, bro.
what, this is it. This is it.
You
Switch
were
off. Hang
talking
on a
about
minute.
Logic.
Wait,
I'm a logical being,
Like I
bro.
said,
Where is that logic?
maybe that'll be another
Have you
topic.
seen
Clint,
a
Clint, I'm-
Allow me
religious
to close.
being?
Allow me to close. Allow me to
Clint,
close.
I don't want to
Yeah.
interrupt.
Allow me to
Clint,
close then.
Clint, I don't
Yeah.
want to interrupt.
Yeah, but
because
you
I
are.
don't- No, hold on. I'm not going to interrupt. Logic, for you, religion is logical. Am I wrong? Your religion is logical to you.
Do mermaids exist?
If you
No,
can
wait.
listen. If you can prove
Telling
it
you
to
about the
not
devil,
be
yeah.
logical, bring an argument, brother.
And that's it. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it
logical.
isn't. But for you, that's what I'm saying. So you have to respect how he is, because how he thinks and feels, because that is his logic.
Then
So
he
you
has to
gotta bring that
respect the
to
logic
table.
of the LGBT people, because we do not choose this life. We do not choose to be transgender. As much as there's the whole flippancy angle of bisexuality, nobody chooses that abuse. Like, a lot of people forget the complexities of having an emotional relationship in a same-sex relationship. You have two beings who aren't quite comfortable in who they are, trying to find a way to love themselves while loving each other in a society that is always against them. You have to
Why I
respect
have
that.
accepted it.
I didn't say I don't. I can't say
You
that I
haven't
respect
accepted
it.
it. You
I
haven't
can't say that.
And I
You
can't
can't-
say
you
that I
can't.
respect
Yeah,
your view.
Respect
I
it,
can't say that, Remy. Yeah, you as a person, I've got time for facts.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, but
Man, like-
the whole homosexual community, no matter how you want to break it into small pieces, I've got gay friends, no problem. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but if same way, I've got friends that sniff Charlie, smoke skunk.
That's not the same thing.
1 second.
No, but he's
1 second.
We're not crackheads.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
the
wait,
same
wait,
thing.
finish.
Clint,
Let me
go
finish.
Ahead, go ahead.
That's their choices. I have friends that make choices I am completely against, but they're still my people. At
Yeah,
the
we're
end of
going
the day.
back to the whole
Yeah?
choice angle. It's not a choice, darling. It's not.
For you, for
In the
me,
general sense
you
of my
choose who you wanna sleep
community.
with. To wrap it up,
In
for
the general-
me, you want to lay down with someone, that's your choice. Or it,
I
or
don't-
whatever it is, that's that individual.
In the granular
decision.
detail, I choose what girls I have sex with. I'm a virgin, Mum. Don't listen to that. I choose what girls I have sex with, but I don't choose to be attracted to girls. I don't choose to potentially run the line of my family disowning me or having to go home to Jamaica and not be who I really want to be. I didn't choose that. I didn't choose not to be able to be comfortable with the person I love in public. I did not choose that. Yes, I do have a type, and I do like certain type of girls, allegedly. But I did not choose to like girls overall.
Mate, for you saying that, that's like me saying I haven't chosen to put this green out of my head. I haven't chosen to wear this white t-shirt.
What the
I haven't.
fuck?
You're
I
are you-
haven't. I
discrediting the whole
I haven't chosen to
community.
be here.
He's
I haven't
Are
chosen
you
to be
alright?
here.
discrediting the whole
He said
community.
you're saying you haven't made the choice.
You're comparing.
Listen,
being
I
gay
have
with
made a choice.
Simple things like a hat on your head.
That's what I'm saying to you. There's no
I told you,
dexterity
I
here.
tell you
There's
what,
no
you've got
lateral
free will,
thinking
yeah.
here.
You've got free will,
Yeah.
yeah.
So why am I not taking dick if I got free will?
I'm saying
And bearing
to
in mind
ya,
that it's not that I can't get it.
I'm saying to you, yeah,
Raw.
Yes, it's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm gonna say
Whatever
on
a
that raw.
person is attracted to, I said to you earlier on, it's not everything you're attracted to that you go towards. You're saying because I'm.
So you were
attracted
attracted
I'm
to
going
Islam. Why
towards
did
it.
you go towards that? Why did you
This is
forego the
not-
faith that you were born with?
Sexual attraction is not the same. I'm not sexually attracted to Islam.
But you were attracted. No, but you were attracted emotionally to it.
See, I'm saying you're mincing my words. Let's not do that.
No, no.
The
I'm trying to get
context
to
of
the-
what we're
to the
talking about
context of
is
the point.
physical sexual attraction. It's not everything you look at, you find attracted to. You should.
I'm
look towards.
emotionally attracted to girls. I'm spiritually attracted to girls. You were emotionally and spiritually attracted to Islam, so you chose that. Why did you choose
Am
that?
I
Why
gonna
did
make
you
love
give into
to
that
it?
temptation?
Am I going to have sex with it?
But you love
no,
it.
I'm
You
not.
love your religion.
You're taking my words out of context. Let's not be silly here.
Do you
Remy.
love your
Alright.
religion?
We're not.
Hold
that-
on.
A passionate love, physical love are not the same thing.
Guys,
Sorry. A passionate physical love
Yeah,
is not
no.
the same as a love for a material
yeah.
thing.
Guys, I think,
It's a
wait.
belief system. You're-
Guys,
Come
I
on,
think
Remy.
that we both, all four of us actually, I think that we all have a very skewed opinion to others, but a very passionate opinion to ourselves. And I,
Speak
for
for
one,
yourself.
no, 100%.
I'm not skewed
Because
on
for
anything.
one, shut up. I think for one that no matter what, as cool, as crazy as everything is in the world right now, especially with sexuality.
Listen, Clint is moving like a lesbian fucked his bird. That's how he's moving, bruv.
Hey,
I
if
did
it
not
is-
fuck your girlfriend, okay?
It's so
If it is-
bitter.
You
if
man's
it
out
is-
here with just...
So bitter, Remy.
Hey,
Why
Clint,
so
No.
bitter,
wait,
Remy?
Clint, if it
Don't
is,
bring a girl around me, you know. I'll take her.
I doubt that. I doubt that.
come on, that's
I
what we
doubt
about
that.
here.
Go on, bring her over to the right side. You know what I mean?
Man said the right
right
side.
side.
I said it.
The
I
right
said it.
side.
I said it.
Are you
I
alright,
said
Clint?
it. Don't need no strap-ons around here, mate.
Are you alright,
You know what
Clint?
I mean? We're just running jokes. You know you're running
Yeah, no,
jokes.
we
You
go,
know
we
you're
go,
running
we go,
jokes.
we go,
man.
we
You're
go,
all
we
right.
go, we go.
But the fact is that we can actually have, despite that, we've got two people who are part of the LGBT community
Mm-hmm.
and two people who are 100% straight. And no matter what, we still
I didn't know
manage
she's
to
part
have.
of the LGBT community.
I mean,
She just said
She just said it.
No, she's no.
But the thing,
no.
no, she.
Oh, actually,
I'll quote you. I'll quote her. What
the
you
second-
said
wait, hold
was
on.
you would
all right,
you would play
I-
around with a woman,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't.
Am I bi-curious?
Or you bisexual?
I wouldn't say bi-curious. I wouldn't say bisexual. I wouldn't say
you had relations with a woman?
yes.
Boom, bi-curious.
In the grand
That's
scheme
not
of what
bi-curious,
Jimmy was
but would You
saying,
say that's bi-curious. I don't think it's
like in the
bi-curious.
grand scheme of what we're talking about here, yes, we all have
Bi-curious
some
is that you
very.
want to try it. to
Hold on,
see.
hold on, hold on. The fact of the matter is, we all have very strong opinions about how we feel. But the bottom line is, The LGBT community is persecuted and treated in ways that they shouldn't be. Fair treatment should be across the board, regardless of your sexual preferences, your gender preferences, your religious preferences, and your race. So we should all be treated fairly regardless. We're not out here living a lifestyle to draw attention to ourselves, because, like, personally, I don't agree in pride. That's a conversation for another day. Bisexuality, by curiousness, is cloud chasing. We can talk about that another time. I can respect your views, Clint. I can respect your intelligence, although I don't agree. Thank you, Jimmy, for mediating. Lara, great opinions and great views. I appreciate that. This is our view, common sense on LGBT communities. There will be a part 2. Hold tight. Like, share, comment. It'd be good to get your views.